Ladles and jelly spoons, Tim Dowd here for Living with MS in Tenerife. We are in Los Cristianos. We're going to get back to some normality now. It is 9:26. Hello there, this is Tim Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife. Roll intro. Ladles and jelly spoons, Tim Dowd. So where are we? Big white. Oh, that's a nice flower. Take my life in my hands. Fuerte Toba. He was a rock star. And it says in the foot. Listen,
everything, as from today, everything's gone out the window.
Where are we, ladies and jelly spoons? We are in Los Cristianos, and I'm with my brother Mark. There he is. Hi, Mark. And his wife Vicky, and we're going for a walk around the village of Los Cristianos. I'm going to stop for a coffee at Marina's. So, for those of you who've been waiting with bated breath since New Year, because Stephanie was here with all the kids, and they're coming in thick and fast. Carl Vlog's on. Good morning, happy Wednesday. Yvonne's on. Craig's on. Cool. Craig, thank you. Craig always reminds me to. Am I slim now? Am I getting slim? I'm up here. Look at my eyes. On my belly. Put my tracker on. There we go. I got this thing called Relive or Relive, yep. And you just say start, record activity, walking, go, and then it records where we are. Let's get a selfie. Because it puts the selfie in as well. Let's have this behind us.
Okay. Where am I facing?
The camera.
Well, where's the camera going to be?
That one, the phone.
Cool, dude.
Excellent, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. So that'll add it into the trip then. Yeah. So, ladles and jelly spoons. Yvonne's on, Craig's on, Ruth Robertson's on. Hi, Ruth, how are you? Davey Butler, love you, Butler. From his sick bay. You're still sick? They were here, and David and Anne-Marie. I've shown you the picture of when they were drinking the cocktails.
Yeah.
And they got back to Dublin, and they've been sick since they got back.
Oh.
So they must have got it on the plane, I think. Foggy's on, morning Foggy. Rigger's on, good morning. Ruth Roberts shared on Facebook. Ruth, if everybody shared on Facebook, I'd be a millionaire tomorrow. Where are we? There you go. So this is the diving centre in Los Cristianos. I think I need to do a little bit more not cropping, fit the screen. That's better. That looks better, doesn't it? So Port Police, and then you got some clothing shops, and this is the ports to the ferry. Anne-Marie's on, good morning. Ian Williams, cool dudes. Garin Davis is on, Garin Davis. You've worked in Hempstead, haven't you, Mark?
I've been around the roundabout a few times.
Around the Hempstead roundabout. Garin's there. Craig Aki's on. Alan Inthat, Ruth Anne-Marie, cool dudes. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else. All those are going up, living the dream. They've just contacted me. They're going home today. They're in Las Americas. They didn't contact me. I could have gone there. But they've just contacted me now. I'm here. So that's a shame. So, what's been happening? Well, Stephanie has been here with the kids. She left yesterday. And I went to Mr. Lee's, Villaflor. And it was such a nice breakfast, $6.95, and I asked for an extra sausage, and he brought me an extra 2 sausages, so I had 4 sausages, was too much. Then Stephanie had scrambled eggs on toast, and the little one just wanted a sausage sandwich, and they brought her a sausage bocadillo with 4 sausages in it. Obviously she couldn't eat that. The little one just had 2 slices of dry toast. I'm not kidding you, the toast is horrible. It's so, what's the word? It's just dry, like cardboard it is. And Chris had a plate of pancakes to die for. It was $8.95, but there wasn't there's not a cheaper one there. And then I said, can we have 3 orange juices? And they brought us 3 half-litre orange juices in boots, and they were $8.50 a piece. No, what was it? What? It ended up being $5.50 a piece. That's right. It's $16.50 for 3 orange juices, which I think is terrible. I think it's much terrible. Yeah. Morning. You tell the Brits because they walk on the left. So this is your beach volleyball. Way up. Too busy looking at me. Yeah, so I gave him a second chance, and no, Mr. Lee's blown it with me, I'm afraid. I think that's basically I would say it's a rip-off. I would really say it's a rip-off. Hello. Do you want to feel the weight?
No.
Huh?
Better word for it.
Do you want to feel the weight, Vic? Mr. Lee's trying to sweet talk you back. No, he's not. It cost me €70 for breakfast. If full breakfast is $6.95 plus a coffee, then you should be able to get 4 breakfasts for €40, shouldn't you? Really. There's the police. Nacional. Can't film the police. So there's a famous webcam here. If you go onto webcams Los Cristianos, then it's all here. It's just above the that green thing with the writing on it on the left there.
Oh yeah.
So we're dual live now.
Dual live.
Double live, yeah. You're not happy?
I don't know what's going on really. What do you mean double line?
Oh no, we're just going for a walk.
Yeah.
We're just going for a walk.
Okay.
I got 100 and how many? 80 people watching already.
Okay.
Somebody was asking about the Mind Hotel. Morning, Mark. What do you think of the Mind Hotel? We stayed there in early December and thought it was excellent.
Yeah, agreed. It is very nice, yeah.
Yeah, Mark and Vic stayed at the Mind Hotel, and Steph stayed with us. And my house is a tip now. Smells of nappies, but that's me. And I think Stephanie might be watching actually, because she said she was going to watch this morning at St. Karate. But we ferries. You got the Armas and Imperial Olsen ferries. We get over to La Gomera and La Palma from here. So this is the Maritime Walkway.
Okay.
And from here you can go as far as that rock basically, and then it stops. You can go over the rock to Palmar, and I've got to say Palmar with a Northern Irish accent because that's how I learnt it. Oh Tim, you got to go to Palmar. So I can't say Palmar without it. Nice to see you the other week, says it's Craig.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Craig.
Hi, Craig.
He's leaving tomorrow night. No, Friday night. So this is a nice bar when it opens, about 9:30. Oh, it isn't open. And then you got the corner bar, which I don't think opens till 10. And if you fancy a jog, there's 11 kilometres of jogging to La Caleta.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to walk to the end here and then come back up to the mural and then back down for a coffee. Sound like a deal? Everybody saying hi, 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 hi. Trisha's on, Keith's on, Stephen Hook's on, Catherine's on, Richard's on. Thanks Trisha, says Rigger. Had the right eye done on Monday. Vision clearing as the day passed. Oh, you got your LASIK, did you? Have you ever had LASIK?
No.
I was toying with the idea when I was in America, but it was expensive. Shame your daughter and kids have gone back. Enjoyed watching them out with the vlogs. Great family. They are actually nice people, you know. But Stephanie works way too hard with them kids. She's so loving and devoted, I think is the word. But sometimes I think she needs a bit of a break. Anyway, she's back in Munich. She arrived last night in Munich, and Kasim's coming back from Ghana also yesterday, but he flew overnight, so he didn't land in Istanbul till this morning early. And then he's got a local Istanbul to Munich flight, which should be coming in now. I think it's coming in at 10 o'clock, 10:30 maybe. And then they're going to pick him up at the airport and go back home. So they stayed in Munich in a hotel overnight. There's a Novo hotel which is next to the airport. It's actually walkable, I think. And I think that was only €108 for the night for the three of them, including breakfast.
It's not bad, is it?
Not bad, no. There was another one, the Hilton, which is actually in the airport, and that was 320 for the night.
Doesn't surprise me.
And I think breakfast was €45 on top of that.
Yeah, airport hotels are always $1,
Craig, Sabado 12 PM time. Oh, I thought you were going on Friday. Orange juice is very expensive, Tim. Be cheaper to get a Dorada next time. It is actually. It's cheaper to drink beer here than soft drinks. That's illegal in Germany, you know. Your cheapest drink has to be non-alcoholic.
Right.
Tap water, maybe. Oh, the sun's coming out. Here's one of my favourite bits. A couple of benches here. We're not going to sit on the benches today because we're late and I want to get to the coffee at the right time. So this maritime walkway goes all the way up to that rock, as I said, but it's most of the same. The only thing that's probably interesting is there is a Swedish church on the left.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the Swedish church. This area, a lot of this is Swedish. We'll walk and have a look at that, and then we're going to come back and go that way.
Okay.
This is the house that I always said I would buy if it was available. This one here. Number 5. I don't know where 1, 2 and 3 are gone. Yeah. Oh, number 4 it is. Beautiful. It is lovely, isn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, as I say, if you don't like the weather in Tenerife, wait 5 minutes or move 5 miles. Just got to put my glasses on, can't see a thing. So this is the Swedish church, and they've also got a cafe now.
Okay.
Just going to look at the Suo Malanian. You heard of that sect?
Nope.
Mickey D. Is he a guest talker or singer, maybe? From onsdag and vrijdag, 10:30 to 1 o'clock. So, oh, it's the library is open. Right, we're going to go back towards this way, past Churchill's. Meeting you, and you said someone else, I can't say who, and Saturday go. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we can't mention that. We can't mention who's coming. Who's here, actually. Morning, Alan. Alan's Homemade Vlogs is on. I'd live there, weather better for me job, says Keith. Exactly. The window cleaner. As long as you don't get a lot of work in the winter, do you? Scraping, maybe. Radibug. Well, Tricia, meeting you. What nationality would you say is prominent in Tenerife, or is there a mixture? Mostly Spanish and South American, I think. And then we've got a 54 different nationalities in Adeki alone. In Adeki alone, we've got 54 different nationalities. So it's quite an eclectic area. The further away you get from the tourist, self-built tourist places, then obviously it's locals. And there's about 1 million of us, all in all. And then tourism, I think last year was over 6 million tourists came. So the infrastructure really is built for 1 million people, and we get 6 million. Then you can imagine the problems that we have, especially with water and sewage, not to mention the housing crisis. But that's you're protected from that in the tourist areas, because they don't turn your swimming pools off. They just turn the water off in the little villages up the mountain, which is that's one of the reasons they're protesting, because they say we don't mind if we're all in the same boat, but the tourists don't see the problems we got. They've got clean water and sewage and all that, and we get turned off. Love that house. Back down to the bottom. I haven't worked since before New Year. Frozen last week, and now a chest infection. Oh dear, Keith. Do you have some sort of can you like sign on for the time that you're not working, or is it basically you got to make enough in the summer to cover you through the winter? So this is quite nice for lunch as well. Mestizo Cafe Bar, and I only see I only see locals there.
Okay. That's usually a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah. We're going over the road and taking a right. Actually, we'll go up to the main road. There's not a lot to see here. Gasman, always tip your gasman. I've heard this is good as well, this corner cafe here. This hotel is also quite nice, the Referral. I think Trisha stayed there as well. See what this guy's sticking? a mega pack of Kellogg's. Well, that was a waste of time. You don't know where to get it from or anything, yeah. That's just graffiti, that is. No, can't sign on, unfortunately. Oh dear. Tim, you'll have that beach body before you know it. Like the whale, the beached whale, you mean? So you'll recognise this spot as we came in the car just now.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the church. And the same artist that's done the mural has actually done the ceiling of the church, Michelangelo style. It's sunny but cold today in Hamilton, says Ruth. Oh dear. Free dog. There's a law in the Canary Islands, if you see a dog without a lead, you can eat them. You know the owners tend to look like the dogs. So we've dropped 86 frames now, so I'm hoping we won't drop any more. But I think 86 is quite okay. 0.22% of the stream. And we're streaming at 11 megabits a second. Taking a picture at 30 frames a second. So you can see how much data's going. And up the front here, the front wall there, you can see, is the original mural that they did when the building fell down. Okay. It's a memorial to people who lost their lives from the building collapsing. Right. Due to, I think it was due to work in the basement going on. But basically, we've just walked most of that. So on the left here is where we're parked. Yeah. And when I said the port's down there, the ferry port, then that's the road we were looking down. So I'm the ferry now, and we walked past the police, and we walked along there. And I'll show you where we got to, and then we'll see. So I met the guy when he was penciling it in, and I did vlogs all along the thing, right? And I said, is there any chance of me coming in it? And he said, well, no, everybody's asking. Anyway, so I'll take a picture of you. And I was with Kevin, the Scotsman, another vlogger. And so he took us a picture of us both. And then lo and behold, there we are. Yellow shirt, blue shirt. Yeah. So there we are, Kevin the Scotsman and Timothy Dowd for, what's it called? Kevin put a vlog out, I've moved to Tenerife permanently. Okay. This is his favourite bar as well, the Hideaway Bar. So him and his family come here quite a lot. Okay. And this is where they go to what's it called? So I'm just going to do my joke and then we'll turn around. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you where we were, did I? So basically, we walked along here. Yeah. Burger King, Paradise, and then this was the bar I was telling you about. Yeah. Oops, there you go. Sorry, you can't see it now. And there's that big tree, the corner bar. Then we walked along here. That was that derelict place on the beach. This is the house that I said I liked. And then we walked up to the church, and I think, we didn't get this far, so we turned back at the church, and then went back down and came up here. But there is a lot more of the maritime walkway along here, all the way to the up experience of Arona Grand Hotel, which is that one. And you got the, what's that, Cozumel? And then you've got the beach at the end here with some nice houses on it. A lot of people in caravans and motorhomes here though. And this one has been done up, this house here has been done up. It's got its own jetty. And then you go around the corner to Palmar. Now that's artist's impression. There is no lighthouse in Palmar, but the lighthouse is further down.
Right. Okay.
But he's putting that in. And then there's nothing then until Antarctic.
Wow.
Cool dude. And his brother did Under the Sea. So his brother's an artist as well.
Okay.
Very impressive, isn't it?
It's massive. Yeah. Good detail.
The detail's amazing. And the patience you got to have.
Yeah.
I mean. So let's go and do the joke, and then we'll go for a coffee. You know the joke, don't you? If you're new to the channel, this is the joke. I see my brother gets it. I come here and I thought, oh great, they got pie shops. Pie and salad. Salad and pies. I looked in the window and there were no pies and no salad. I thought, what's the bloody hell? What's up with that? Then I learnt Spanish and realised that salud means health, and pies means legs or feet.
Okay.
So healthy feet. I thought, where's the pie and salad? That's my joke, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, type ha 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 in the comments, please. Rebajas, that means discount.
Okay.
Rebate. Rebajas. Are you in the bread aisle? Says Aki Aki. Oh, Jojo must be on. No, she's here, I think. Any more gadgets? No, I didn't get any more gadgets. I have been looking into 3 cameras called... Obspot Tail Air. But that would only be if I got a successful podcast up and running.
Okay.
Because they're static. You can't hang them around, yeah? So I've got a green screen and I've got a green, what's it called? Backdrop, a big backdrop. And I'm going to do my office where Stephanie was. Because I had to tidy the office up when Stephanie came. It looks good now, instead of all rubbish all over the place. Boxes and what have you. So I'm going to turn that into an indoor podcast studio. And then when it's too cold to sit on the balcony for balcony banter, we'll have it in there. And I'll just project a picture on the back. On the green screen. I can do that, yeah? On this thing here. Chilling by the pool. It's a little bit cool though, isn't it, Jojo? So this place is self-service, where you sit outside. Croissants. Nice little doggy. Woof woof. So this is the church, and I've not seen it, but somebody told me that the artists that did the mural, Carlos and his brother Raul Ortega, did the ceiling in here. But every time I come, it's not open. Or maybe it is, I just don't go in. Gonna see if we can have a look. They might not like it, but just a minute. God says okay. What does that say? No football. There you go. No, it's not open. I thought it was open. That's the back gate. I don't want to go in the back gate. We're not going in. I think that's a back gate, isn't it? I don't like going in the back gate. So, ladles and jelly spoons. When I get to that bit over there, that usually drops signal, so don't worry. Ah, no, we'll go the back way. We'll go the back way. So down there is basically just a load of restaurants and bars in the middle of the street. But this one is where the people in the no-go. They call it a no-go area. You should be known as Inspector Gadget, says the Lord. Hi, Rob. And Jojo's in the Bitakara. Oh, wow. A lot of people call it the Bitakara. And the Bitakara is Spanish for... I can never remember the name in English now. Spanish on the left, English on the right. We're not going up there, though. What's the housing of the ship's compass called? The ship's compass is in a housing that's sort of like three axis.
Oh, you mean the sextant, is it?
No, that's sextants we're looking up, but the compass is in a housing that sort of floats.
Right.
Yeah?
Can't remember what it's called.
Binnacle.
Binnacle.
The binnacle. And the Bitakara is the Spanish word for the binnacle.
Right.
There you go. And you can see it's called the Bitakara because it's got a little tick on the A. And if you've got an accent on one letter, you've got to actually accent that letter. Emphasize it, yeah. So the Bitakara. So this one on the left is, well, what's the word? Recommended. This restaurant here, The House, I think it's called.
It's a homestay,
But they got a lot more. They got fish and everything. Remember, Webby promised to vlog with you this week for Missing Freaky Friday. Yeah, he might be coming out on Friday morning, but he's definitely coming to Freaky Friday this week, so, because we got special guests. Mike Hudak from America and a special guest. Fish and meat. The house. And they do takeaway as well. So that goes down to the other thing again. This is Nico's bikinis. I've seen Nico. That's his wife, Nikki. Jojo, are you next to where I stay? Ah, the Optimist. Hey, Orcus is on. Morning, Craig. Barbershop. If there's four of them, get to sing. This is a shop from Cork in Ireland. Or maybe it's the bark of a tree. Is the tree a cork tree? Or is it called something else and cork's a bark? I never know.
It's a tree, I think.
Huh?
I think it's a tree.
The tree's called the cork tree, yeah?
Yeah, you can take the bark off it.
Uh-huh. And down there is a little shopping centre. Pizza pasta, steakhouse, grill. Uh-huh. And round here, there's a couple of, I think if we go that way, there's some nice hostels. I think you get your own room. Correct me if I'm wrong, for those people who in the know. But it is a dirt cheap place to stay as long as you just want a bed. So we're dropping a few frames now, so bear with me. This one, Apartamentos Bahia Colón. Spring Group bought it. Binnacle, thanks Craig. Are we the special guests? Of course. Oh, it's this Friday, isn't it, Catherine? Totally forgot. Totally forgot. I was going to look today anyway. So, is that? No, it's not. That's the next one. This is the other one. Pension Playa. So these are two that you could get here really, really cheap. And but there's no frills.
Just crash pads, basically.
Just crash pads. Catherine. Yo.
I'm really tempted to put an A on the end of that King Kong gorilla.
King Kong gorilla. Alright. So, down here is the famous High Fish Bar. Made famous by Col. But we're actually going to go down this one. Because I want to show you another nice place to stay if you like Los Cristianos. A friend of mine stayed there last year. Dolly Barmy, remember him?
Oh yeah.
From Pwllheli. Morning Dolwyn and Dalewyn if you're watching. Fricki Frade. Osteria Mariolina and Yimsam Thai food. Just close your eyes and you'll feel you are in Thailand. There you go.
It's something like that though when down now.
Player Pensions where Kevin stayed, it was, yeah, says Martin. So this is the place that Dolwyn stayed, here.
Oh yeah.
And it's all those apartments on the front there.
Right, so you've got port view.
You got a port view and beach volleyball. The guy's looking good. We're planting 50 million trees in 5 years. Right, let's plant it now. Plant the change. And I've never been here, but I always wanted to try it. Sort of a Spanish-Mexican buffet. So miss the. So there's a new place just opened over here, which will go on the way back. Lunchtime. It's here for lunchtime. So this is a Bordeaux, I think. But at the other end of this, we've got El Cine. Fish and tapas. Are they open Wednesdays? I'm not sure whether they're open Wednesdays. Oh yeah, they are. There you go. Wednesday to Sunday from 12 till 23, closed Monday, Tuesday. And they cook it all here. And people queue up up this ginnel from the main road to get a seat here.
Wow.
So we're going to the cafe on the right, just round the corner there. Marina, she's called. No, it's the Cafe Bahia, but she's running it. 95 watching, 37 thumbs up. David and I forgot to mention I'm not on Facebook. get in touch in March. Not on Facebook. I never look in really. I got 2 channels on Facebook, Living with MS in Tenerife, which you can follow, and my personal one, which I don't really use that much, but I post to it. You want sun or shades, Vic? Mi amor.
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Todo bien?
Muy bien, ¿qué tal?
Me alegro bien, mi amor, aquí, como siempre.
Mi hermano.
Good morning. Ay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Y Vicky and Mark. ¿Cómo se dice hermana de mi, no, mujer de mi hermano?
Cuñado.
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 Cuñado y cuñada.
Okay, cuñada.
So, he's your brother.
Yeah.
And that's her,
His wife. Yeah.
Cuñada.
Cuñada. Can we say coño for short?
She's your...
No coño for short, yeah?
No, coño no, coño no. Coño es otra cosa. It's another thing.
¿Dónde?
Donde quieran en el...
You want the corner there?
Mira,
Yeah.
cuando sale el solecito está bien.
What do you want to drink?
A descafeinado.
Sí, mi amor. Americano descafeinado con leche. Vale.
Do you want milk?
How much?
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah,
No.
I'll have it.
Yeah?
With milk.
Yeah, with milk.
Yeah? Mark?
Descafeinado con leche.
Cortado.
Cortado? Café con leche.
Agua con gas.
See? Do you want any water? Right. I'll sit on the outside if you don't mind. Oh, jeez. I forgot these are really low.
What's Konya then?
Kevin says, arrive tomorrow. What's the weather like? The weather is, I would say, sunny and high teens, low 20s in the day. And in the night, it feels like it goes down to around about, I would say 16, 15, well no, not 15, 17, 16, 17. So you do probably need some sort of card if you're out late. I'm usually home by 7:30 and I don't need a cardie, but if I come home later than that, then I like to wear a little cardigan. So here we are at the beach volleyball, or the beach volleyball spot in Los Cristianos. We're going to stay here for about 15-20 minutes, and I got to leave before 10:30 this area because I want to be in the car at 10:30. Catherine, I'll give you Anne-Marie's contact number. No problem. Are you into seafood, Tim Sasaki? I like sort of like grilled fish platter. Yeah?
Seafood you eat it?
Seafood I eat it, yeah. I'm on the seafood diet. Have you ever tried Helsinki? Yeah. We used to go there quite often for lunch until Chris got I couldn't see very much anymore, and then she really didn't like the long walks we did.
Yeah.
Because it's basically, if it's not a smooth road, and most of it isn't, it's just like this crazy paving stuff. So if you're walking, you don't notice it, but if you're in a wheelchair, you're like that. So she said it's like putting me in a box and shaking me for an hour, So we used to come here we used to go out to eat quite often, and of course Chris has got this problem where she can't swallow stuff very much, so she always has this fear of choking in public, and when she chokes, then it's so we got to be very careful. So eating out isn't a what's the word? It's not a treat for Chris.
Right.
It's a task. Yeah, it's an ordeal. That's exactly what it is. It's an ordeal. Lovely owner of the cafe. Yes, she is lovely. Yeah, her and her daughter used to run it, but her daughter got a job somewhere else, and now she's got. Well, I've never seen the same person twice here, helping her. So it belongs to this cafe here.
Okay.
So they're by here, which looks out the front. But this one round the corner here is sort of the takeaway area, and then they decided to put seats here, and so it's sort of like, I think the prices are similar, but not the same. But not the same. So you can get things like sandwiches, jamon y queso, americano, bacon, lechuga, tomata. It's even in English on this side. BLT, tuna sandwich, veggie sandwich, all about 5, 6, 7 euros. French omelette sandwich, chicken sandwich, bacon and egg burger they don't have anymore. Hot dogs, nachos and French fries. Nachos 14 euros, but that'll feed loads of you. Getting the stitches out today, says Marialty. Oh dear. I know you've been going through it, haven't you? Right, sorry I wasn't on since New Year that much, but we're all going back to normal now. Midweek meetup, that's today, isn't it? Yeah, midweek meetup tonight. I'm gonna call Mike Hudak. He said he wants to come down and say hello, and maybe he'll be over on Freaky Friday as well. I think he said he's definitely coming over on Freaky Friday. So we got Kath and Nigel and Mark. Agua para mí, café con leche. Tú sabes. Descafeinado ya. Muchas gracias. It's basically you got a bit of a cough, Vic?
It's the end of one, really.
You've been ill all week?
Left over from a cold and started on Boxing Day.
Oh dear. It's just hanging around. Anne-Marie and David have had terrible. We said when they went back to Dublin.
The UK's full of it. Nice to get some sunshine.
Everybody's saying get well soon to Marie. Was your brother a solicitor in a previous life, says Akiaki?
Not that I recall.
Oh, let me do this. There you go, you can see him now. I won't get you on it, Vic.
I'm slurping the coffee, so that's good.
There you go. My brother Mark. I haven't seen him for 3 years.
Too long.
Yeah. So, what I want you to do, he lives up in the northwest, so his areas that he can get to pretty sharpish are Liverpool, Manchester and Leeds. So, how do you get these cheap flights from Britain? These 12 euros and 20 euro flights from Britain? Do you have to sort of be on the internet every day, or how do you get those? Leave a comment. You can chat in here, but please leave a comment as well so it's permanent and he can see it. Of how people do that. Is it like you have to be on a list, or do you just have to look, or what is it? Because he's retired now, so basically on a Friday he could say, Vic, I'm just nipping over to Tim's for the weekend.
It doesn't have to be a Friday.
It doesn't have to be a Friday, no. So I just say, I'm just nipping over to Tim's for 3 days, you know? And because I know you don't mind crashing in our house, do you?
Crashing and flying shouldn't be in the same sentence.
He was a pilot. He was an RAF pilot.
Well, trainee.
Trainee.
Yeah.
So you
To fly red and white mini jets.
okay?
Can they hear me?
Yeah, no.
Used to fly red and white mini jets in the RAF. Jet Provost Mark 3A.
So where were you based?
Based.
Norton.
No, it was at Church Fenton, just outside Tadcaster in Yorkshire.
How long did you do that for?
Flew for about a year, but then I've failed a couple of tests and was duly dispatched.
Did they? I mean, I know you couldn't get into Top. No, you carry, keep it. I know you couldn't get into Top Gun or something like that, but they did offer you helicopters or something else, didn't they?
No, they offered me eventually NCO aircrew, which is basically loadmaster, you know, looking after the passengers and crates. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said, if I don't fly, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I mean, it was a turning point in my life. And if I hadn't turned that point, then I wouldn't have had my wife and kids and career. So
Exactly.
all worked out well.
I always say that, you know. Thanks, Mark. I always say that, you know. People say, do you regret anything? And I say, look, I'm talking to you right now. So that means everything that's ever happened in my life has brought me to this point right now. And I'm happy, you know? And if you look at your life and everything that's happened in your life has brought you to this point right now, looking at me. And if you're happy, that's what it's all about. Contentment. Happiness is not something you get, it's something you strive for. Contentment is the one you get, yeah? And what I'd like to, sorry, I'll be right with you. And what all I like to say is if you're not happy, a large change is always for the good. And you will be looked after. Every time I've changed, it's gone well. It's gone well. I mean, if it doesn't go well, you change again. Mark's got something to say about this as well. Let's turn him round, shoving the microphone over.
My view is life's organised like a butterfly. All the things that have happened have got you to this point. But looking the other way, you've got all those opportunities in front of you. All you need to do is make the right choice. And if you don't make the right choice, make a different choice. Which is what you said.
That's exactly what we say, yeah. So I think we've got a very similar philosophy on life. Do you agree, Vic, or have you got something? So it's basically look after the people around you and the world will look after you. Abuse the people around you, you'll be abused. You get what you're given. Hi Tim, would you recommend Los Chris over Costa Adeje? Peter, I always say it doesn't matter where you sleep here because you're only 10 minutes away from anywhere along this coast. I mean, from here to Los Gigantes is only 35 kilometers. So basically, it depends what you want to do. If you want to fall out of bed to a resort, walk around a little bit, have a couple of beers, coffee, something to eat, then Los Cristianos is a great place if you want variety. So there's lots and lots and lots of restaurants, bars, places like that. And it's sort of like, it's not oldie worldy, but it's established is the word I'm looking for. You got old businesses, you got businesses been here for years, you got brand new businesses popping up and going away, obviously. But here is sort of like established mixture of tourism and locals. If the further you go around the corner, you get to the purpose-built area, which is basically tourist. If that's the type of thing you want the karaoke, you want the $2 beer, you want the fish and chips, then that's a great place as well. When you get further up to where the castle is, Del Duque, it turns into a more upmarket resort with expensive hotels and resorts, and sometimes very expensive, but it depends what you want. And then get into La Caleta again, you've got the little fishing village in La Caleta, which is a sort of mixture of tourism and, it's a bit like our village, it's a sort of a mixture of tourism and locals. So yeah, if you're looking at Costa Adeje and Los Cristianos is more like a city break with a beach, and Costa Adeje is more like a beach with place to stay. Hope that helps. Siobhan's on. Have a good day, everyone. Siobhan, we just passed where we last met. Ryanair Sales, says Alan Brickle. Skyscanner's probably the best, says Siobhan. A friend of mine in Los Chris now, his flight was $24.99 from Newcastle. Can you get to Newcastle?
Not quickly.
Not quickly, no. How far is it to Newcastle from you? How far is it to Newcastle?
About 3 hours.
John Chumley.
3 hours by car.
3 hours? Oh no, I wouldn't do 3 hours. I don't want to be driving home 3 hours after the holiday, would you?
Yeah, that's it.
No. Beware, you're in the Night Strider's manor. Does he spell it with a Y? I never noticed that. He's over there. That's his manor over there, not here. Over by Victoria Court, though. We've been here the same amount of time, I think, me and the Night Strider. Chris Jones on, morning Tim and everyone. Catherine says, Siobhan, I was going to say the same. Also helps if you don't mind flying from one airport and back to another. All right, so you don't have to get a return flight. You can get a single flight from Liverpool to Tenerife for a tenner, and then get a different airline to Manchester or Leeds.
Drive to the airport, car will be stood there.
You can, yes, if you got to drive to the airport. He's got a wife, though. I'm sure she'd take him. Do you drive, Vic? All right. Tim, there were rumours that Lee was coming out here. Ooh, there are rumours, aren't there? Looks like it's raining there earlier. No, this was the water wagon was here doing the washing the cigarette dimps. We got an ashtray on the table and there's a fag dimp underneath the chair. If you're a smoker, I hope you're one of the nice smokers that smoke in your own house. Where in Northwest does Mark live? Not telling you. Because you'll only mob him because he's famous now. We stayed in Las Americas but loved Los Cris. Yeah, I mean basically Las Americas Los Cris is like a 15-minute to 20-minute walk, and it really depends on where you are. So, or you can get a taxi, or you can get a bus. Yeah. So if you're at Fania Bay Plaza, just get any bus coming this way and it'll take you to Los Cris. Wayne's Lifestyle on. Morning, Wayne. How the devil are you? You coming over this year? Raining, room at Lee. Friend of mine's in Los Cris, did that one. Sky Scanner, we did that one. Alan Brickle. Speed of Recovery. I assume Motown Mike is with the better half this time. I'll let him tell the story on Friday. No, tonight. I'll let Motown Mike tell you the story tonight. Doesn't exist. She doesn't exist. Morning, Marie. Sore hand, swelled up. Oh, we did that one. Let's go all the way back. We fly sometimes from Newcastle, only an hour and a half by train from Edinburgh. Oh, train, you can get a train. Have you got a train in near you?
Yeah, it's a bit complicated.
Is it?
Yeah. It only goes to one place, basically.
It only goes to one place, does it?
Yeah. Not like on the main line.
All right. I think it was at my hotel. I think it was at my hotel too. Newcastle train, yeah. Craig says Night Strider with an I. Okay. We'll have to look. Mark still got hair. How did that work out? I'll tell you what I did yesterday. Getting Chris in the car after I dropped Stephanie for the airport. I'd picked her up twice, and then the third time getting her into the airport car, because we went. I took her out. I put her in at home. Took her out for breakfast. Put her in at breakfast, and then went to the airport. Took her out for the airport, and as I was putting her in at the airport, she hooks her feet under the car as I'm picking her up, and I just can't do it. So my back sort of goes, and I just let her fall down onto the seat. But she's coming back out, you know. She's falling back out. So what I've got to do, I've got to get her, and I've got to bring her up, right? And of course I'm outside the car now, half and half, if you like. And I went like that, and I smacked my head right on. Let me show you. Right on the top of my head. I smacked it right there. I think it's no, it's not. It's touchy. But I haven't put anything on it. Does it look bad?
Just a bit red, that's all.
Just a bit red. And I smacked it right on the top of my head. I've got blood in my hat now. Bloody hat. So yeah, that was fun. Coming over later in the year, cool dude. I just looked on my thing this morning to see who the latest was, and I've got people booked in July already. So tomorrow is Maz, picking him up the hill there. But we'll probably go somewhere different tomorrow because I've been here today. So I'll just pick him up early and we'll go somewhere different. Freaky Friday. Yeah, of course, Catherine and Nigel are coming Freaky Friday. All it says is one spot filled, and I assumed it was Mike, but I remember now it's you guys. Next Wednesday's Gordon Duncanson's over. Freaky Friday on the 23rd is Gordon's coming to that. And Wednesday the 28th. My favourite Tenerife Tez is coming over, and we're going to have a chinwag there. This February is Mark Wiltshire. March is midweek meetup for March. We've got Catherine again. Why don't you just move here, Catherine? Kevin Weaver is coming over also in March. And is that a morning walk? A Thursday walk, yeah. Tuesday, Catherine and Nigel again doing the walk. Marialty in March. Freaky Friday, Craig and Deborah coming over also in March. Joanna Hannah, one of my favourite, is coming over. She calls for a roll. Make it a bacon roll. And then Freaky Friday in July, James Horsfall. There you go, James. He's trying to get me go back to Monte Cristo's as well. Not happening. So I'm going to finish the walk here now. Finish activity. Keep your app open. That's my app. Do you want another coffee? Do you want another coffee? You good? 10:30. Ladles and jelly spoons. I'm just gonna do this video and show you, and then update your activity. Not now. And create a horizontal 3D video. Zoom. If you want to relive your walks, cycles, jogs, or driving, or anything you're doing, if you go walking in the fells, or if you go walking along beaches, or you go jogging or running, this app is excellent for doing that, and it creates a 3D map of where you've been. It gives you your fastest speed, your highest elevation, how much elevation you've done. It's great for rock climbing. And if you go to the description of this video, you'll get a link which will give you a free trial, I think it is. And also, if you decide to buy it, I'll get a kickback. And the good thing is, I think it's about €35 a year. So it's well worth it. And any pictures that you take during your walk or during your activity is embedded into the video at the point where you hit it. So I think that's pretty cool. And, oh, I forgot you got to press the create button as well. So we'll just wait for that, and then we'll go and do that. So we'll do picture in picture again. The sun's coming out. Mark and Vic are going to go for a walk along the Maritime Walkway, and as soon as they get knackered, they're going to stop and have a beer somewhere, maybe. And when they're ready, they're going to give me a call, and I'll come and pick them up. Anytime between... Do you think 2 o'clock is good for you? Or later? Yeah. Oh, so the later the better. Because what I do is I get Chris out, and then we have this and that. So as soon as she's been on the loo and done her ablutions and all that, then basically I'm free to come out. But as I say, if you want to come, if you're thinking early, then I'll just get up early quicker, you know. But 3 o'clock's.
If you're busy.
Well, we'll probably have something to eat. And
Okay.
a walk and just look around the shops.
Yeah. Well, there's loads of things to do going along here. I mean, if you want to, you can stay here for a while. We're going to go in the back on the way back to the car there. In fact, we'll take you with us, and let's get the bill. La cuenta. So we're going to get the bill, and then I'm going to take Mark back towards the car, and then he's going to go for a walk with Vicky along the front. La cuenta, por favor. Con tarjeta. Get back to the Monte Cristo. Webby's on. All right, Webby. I think that ship sailed, Webby. Morning, Webby. Everybody saying morning, Webby. So we've all put his thing up. Don't forget, if you've not seen Webby lately, he's doing a lot more non-sport vlogs as well, where he shows you a bit of the island with his wife, Dawn. She's a wonderful woman, and she's got lots to say, so go and listen to her. Get that gash looked at. Don't want it to get infected, says Aki. I probably will, yeah. Ouch, Tim. Watch your back, Tim. Be careful. Look sore. Get your head seen to. Trisha. Lee has gone, I think, Tim. Muchas gracias. 13. Muchas gracias. Oh, Vegas.
Good coffee.
What's good coffee, yeah? You want to take some agua con gas with you?
No, I'm good.
So here we go. Here's the video. Save. Save to the camera roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the YOLO Live. Where next? Shared album. Add photos to YOLO box, post. Then we go to YOLO box. Collections, shared albums, YOLO box. Get rid of that one. Delete. There we go. There you go, Vic. That's where you've been today. Just hang on to that. And let's go to the web. And do timothydowd.com, TIMOTHYWD.com/YOLO box. Done. Let's see if we can do that. Let's get my microphone on and take a look at this. Click that link. So, ladles and jelly spoons, I'm just going to show you the video here. So there we are in Los Cristianos, the morning of January the 14th, Tim Dowd's walk. So we started here outside the, I like to call it Xanadu. It reminds me of the Xanadu, you know, the one where we took the photo.
Yeah.
Then we walked all the way around the front, came back up past Churchill's, up to the mural, down the back road, and back for a coffee. And it says we did 1.8 kilometers, 51 minutes, and 16 meters of elevation.
Wow.
There you go. Cool dudes. And if you want to relive your walks, then go in the description of this video and sign up with my link, and I get a free kickback. It doesn't cost you a penny. 10:34. I'm always late. There you go. Right. I'm actually going to finish it here, ladies and jelly spoons. I'll show you the cafe later when I've got more time. So we'll see you on the next one. So from me, Mark and Vicky, for Living with MS in Tenerife, signing off. Here's Vicky just to say ta-ra. There she is.
Hi everyone.
And we'll see you on the next one. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Where's the outro? Turn this off. Or is that the anybody down? So, I'm recording. My fault. Right, first question. Oh, here's Ian. Jen. And I'm having a big ladles and jelly spoon. Where are you from? So, what's your name and where are you from? The channel. I'm very good channel. I'll be back for you. Thank you very much.